True peace, kins and friends. I am back with another video. I am QueeRaOpoo. But before I get into the video, I like to bring in the positive forces of Noopoo. Noopoo, Noopoo, Noopoo. Noopoo, Noopoo, Noopoo. Noopoo, Noopoo, Noopoo. Okay, now I have a question that has been really bothering me. And I understand what's going on because of the days and times that we are in, and that these negative forces is ramping up their agenda, which is to shed blood. Not only just shed blood, but basically to keep black people from getting to the next level. And I have a video that I would like to share with you all.
Okay, hello everyone. This is my sister Pam and I, and we on here to talk about something that happened to us coming home from Atlanta, Georgia, this past weekend. Okay, so I want to start because we're a little nervous talking about this, and what I mean by that, because we still kind of shook up for the fact that it happened to us and we wasn't expecting this. Okay, well, I'm gonna go all the way back to when we was in Atlanta this weekend. My niece's birthday was Saturday. And we went to celebrate her birthday in Atlanta, Georgia. We had a marvelous time. As a matter of fact, we had a great time.
Yes, Atlanta was good to
It
us.
was good. We went to the aquarium. We went to, what was that, cake and what else?
Cake and sip.
Cake and sip. And then we went, I don't know.
Sugar factory of Atlanta.
Yeah, the sugar factory. Okay, but anyway, we just trying to tell the happy part first because the other part is gonna get, it's gonna get wild. So anyway, we enjoyed ourselves. We had a good time, and so Sunday come. We had breakfast. We had a marvelous time, and so we loading up to get ready to go back home. And the time that we left was it like 4 something?
It was later than that.
Okay, so we left like 5 or 6.
Around 5:36, which we should have gotten on the road.
Yeah,
it's always good to ride daytime, especially ladies.
Yeah, kind of put your face.
I would say that it's best to ride daytime. I'm camera shy when it comes to talking like this,
and especially ladies. So that's the reason why we trying to put you where in a narrative where we trying to show you that it is very important to if women. I mean, although we had other people with us, we had our sons with us and my little niece. Of course, it was her birthday. But if you're gonna leave at an earlier time, please do, because what we're getting to is these sundown towns. And now I guess I'm finna go into that part now. Okay, so we leave around, I guess, like 5-ish or whatever, maybe 6. And then so the GPS was telling us we would probably make it home like 11 something or whatever, maybe 12 midnight. So anyway, we make it. We stop at Buc-ee's, grab a few things that kind of throwed us back a little bit. So of course then our arrival time was at 1-ish or whatever. So my mom called us around the time, I think it was like close to 10 o'clock. No.
Not quite.
It was like 8-ish. It was 8. But anyway, my mom called. She called my phone because she knew Pam was driving.
Using a GPS.
Using her GPS. So she called my phone. And so we got off into the conversation because she was trying to find out what time we was going to make it home. And so we told her what time we would probably make it home, give or take. We told her that we had stopped and da-da-da-da. So, anyway, at the time that she was calling us, we was in a conversation with her. We accidentally passed Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and I think I said the word right. But
our turn.
We missed our turn. So I was like, Pam was like, "Oh boy, we missed the turn," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, we did, and more than likely we getting ready to get on some
back roads.
The back roads.
So yeah.
And
that's
so
where the GPS.
So she was like, the GPS is guiding me this way, so I see what's what. Well, anyway, it took us to a town called, and we wasn't paying any attention. And don't get me wrong, I'm very aware of sundown towns thanks to TikTok. You know, if it had not been for TikTok and, you know, how we can relate to each other and, you know, warn each other about certain things, I probably would have never known about these towns. But anyway, thank God for TikTok for that purpose. So anyway, we ended up taking this town called, the GPS was taking us through the back road of this town called, what was that?
Sundance.
No, we not forgetting the town, Pam. It's called
it's with a V, ain't it?
No, it's that same town. It's like one of them in Georgia. What's the name of it?
In Texas.
Okay, that Texas, Jasper.
Jasper.
But this one, we was not in Jasper, Texas. Okay, let's get that clear. It's Jasper, Alabama. I never heard of Jasper, Alabama. I knew about Jasper, Texas. So I'm over there writing because, you know, I was just doing my thing to kind of keep my mind, you know, going as we drive. And so she's driving and we talking and my niece back here playing our music. My nephew was in the back asleep. He was laid back on the third row seat. And my son, he was just young man in his business, looking at his, you know, videos and stuff, whatever. But anyway, we get through this town, and so it's taking us on these back roads. Okay, so we notice this big white truck behind us. We didn't think anything of it at first, but the truck was so big, and I mean, that's fine, but this truck kept driving behind us as if we were going too slow. So I'm thinking to myself, and I didn't know she was thinking to herself until we talked later, and you know, at the about that incident that happened. So I'm noticing that he's driving aggressively behind us, real close. But
he had all the opportunity to go
to go around us. Cut the arrow because I'm getting a little high on 70. He had all the opportunity in the world to go around us several times, not one time. Like he could have went around us. He had the opportunity to go around us probably more than 7 times, 10 times. But he did not. He did not. He stayed behind us, driving extremely close to us, aggressively. So she was realizing that at the same time I was realizing it. Of course. But we didn't say anything about it. Then the GPS told us to take a left turn. I mean, we drove on that road for about 10 minutes, give or take. And so when we came off that road, we was thinking, okay, well, this man just not going to pass us. He just on our butt like this. And remind you, we was the only 2 on the road. Here and there, some other cars had passed through, but we was the only 2 on the road. So when the GPS told us to make the left turn, it's this other car. Well, I noticed this other car from around the corner or somewhere just drove, real quick around behind this big white truck. But when the truck got ready to, when we got ready to take the left exit, this truck, my sister taking the left exit. That's my gum on my finger. But anyway, she was taking that left exit. He did not have his signal light on at all. It's like he was trying to see which way we were going. So when she made the left turn, when she went over the road and went to where the GPS was taking us, he was right on us. He did not stop. He did not turn our signal light on. He was just with us. He was keeping up with us. So this other car that was on the side over there, he just looped. I mean, I assume it was a he, and I'm rather sure it was. So I'm gonna say he. He came and looped behind him, and so then that's when my sister started saying, something ain't right. I said, yeah, I've been noticing it. And then so she was like, call 911. She was like, call 911, call 911. And then my niece started saying, oh, come on, y'all, calm down. You kind of exaggerate. But, she was thinking that we was, getting too hyped over the situation, but we kind of knew what time it was. We was thank God for discernment.
Man.
So anyway, we was driving on down the road. We noticed that road was getting darker and darker, and it was a 2-way road too, like 2-lane road too. But those back roads are very dangerous. So anyway, she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna turn off." And at the time that she was telling me to call 911, I don't know. I just couldn't figure out how to. I mean, it's just like God had took my. It's just like I had became dumb because I did not know. Pretty much like I'm gonna say it's just like I didn't even know how to call 911, which was a good thing because I'm getting to it. So don't judge me. So. Okay, this is what my sister was like, call 911. And I was like, okay, so you want me to call 911? I don't know why I said that. And then I looked at my phone because I had my phone in my hand. I'm looking at it. And then I say, then I turn around and say, I said something to her. Then she was like, I said, no. I said, you want me to call 911? She said, I don't know. And then I said, well, I don't know what to do. And I took the phone, put it down, which I really could have called 911 and said, hey, we in this town, da-da-da. And then finally I said, what town we in? Because, I really wasn't paying attention to the town. And I was like, what town are we in? And she was like, Jasper, Alabama. I said, let me check the history of this town. So I'm on my phone Googling, trying to see what the history was. And I asked Google, was Jasper, Alabama, sundown town? And it said yes. And I was like, Pam, get us out of this town.
That was surprising.
I said, this is sundown town, get us out of town. Because when sundown means you cannot be in the town when the sun go down. So I knew that. And so, but my niece was like, oh, y'all exaggerating, just calm down. I'm going to call my dad. She was back there so important.
Get off
Okay, I'm gonna leave her alone.
Get out my
But anyway, she was like, but she didn't know the extent to it. So that's the reason why we're making this video, because a lot of these younger people don't understand the extent to a sundown town. And that's the reason why they probably not paying attention to like we probably would. But that's not it. I did some research, and yes, I did find out a few people, and y'all can go check this out too, have mysteriously came up dead in this town, in Jasper, Alabama. And the case that gets me the most is we found that out when we got out of there, because I kept looking. It was this Chastity lady. And the last stop that she was at was in some truck stop or something that was in Jasper, Alabama. And she came up missing. I think she's missing to this day. I may have to go back and read that. And so I asked, then they, in the news, I don't even believe the newspaper article, the way it's reading, but I get back to that because I'm finna hop back to the conversation that I was on in the beginning. Okay, so I could never figure out how to call the police. So, like I said, I was like, when I started searching the history of it, then I was like, Pam, and so by that time, she decided she was going to try to trick this man by turning real quick while turning on her signal light. But she realized that if she had done that, he would have hit her straight from the back. So I was like, I say, you must be trying to turn. She was like, yeah, I was trying to turn. And then she was like, but he would have hit us from the back. He still, no matter what, no cars coming on the other side, he still went past us. It's like he was trying to usher us, push us on further down the road. And I noticed that she was picking up her speed too fast, like 65, 70. That was too fast to me on that road, because you never know if another car coming on the other side passing, or, you just never know going around those curves. So it's best to drive safely around those type of curves and on those type of roads.
When you in for your life.
Yeah, I understand that part, and that's what I was saying.
I had to follow my intentions.
Exactly.
That's
so,
right.
But what I was telling you was to just slow down, So anyway, we
had to get down.
Yeah. So anyway, so she did start slowing down, so he still would never pass us, but all at the same time, he was acting like he was angry with us. Then this other car that was behind him, he was really just driving behind him. So guess what? I never did call the police. So what she did was she hit the brake. No, she didn't hit the brake. She turned the signal light on right. Yeah. Slung in there. Soon as she turned the signal light on the right, she slung in. And we probably slung in on almost 30 or something like that. I think that was the quickest slang I had. So anyway, when she turned in there real quick, he slowed down, and I mean, when he hit that gas, he hit that gas like boom. We kind of like heard the
tires.
Yeah, his tires.
And then this is mysteriously thing. As he kept driving, we couldn't see him no more.
The road was so
just
dark.
That dark to a white truck faded out.
The road was so dark. And then
I'm glad we didn't go down that road.
Yeah, then the next crazy thing was the other car that was behind him, I guess the plan didn't go like they thought it would. So he ended up, instead of him turning his left signal light on, he just slung off the road, which was weird. He did like this, zoom, like this right here, because see, the way we was turned, I saw him just slang off. And I was like, these demons mean business. When you in a sundown town, these people ain't playing with you. They mean business. They were coming in packs. So guess what? That wasn't it. Remember, I told y'all I just couldn't think how to call the police or 911. It's just like my brain went blank and I didn't even remember how to call the police, and I know how to do that. So anyway, when we finally got back, we was bagging out, and when I say Pam bagged out, she was already on 30 when she bagged out. Like, we was moving. So here come the police. The police coming in. Pam said, they go to police. And I said, coming from? And we was like, we didn't even call him. So, okay, hello everyone. This is my sister Pam and I, and we on here to talk about something that happened to us.
Sorry. Yeah. There you go. There you have it. There you have it. So I'm about to ask this question. I am using the NoopooH Tarot deck. And the question that I'm going to ask for this reading. Okay. Are the police involved in kidnapping black girls and black women and disposing their bodies? I saw some. There we go. Are the police happen to kidnap black girls and disposing their bodies? Oh my gosh. Feel like fiddle thumbs today. I'm gonna get it. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. The card that popped out in the reverse is the QueeRaOpoo card. And it reads, heart and lion power, center of attention, protective, mysterious nature, strong intuition, happiness, boost, and finances. Creative, diligent, good talker, rebel, freedom, revolutionary leader, bored easily. So basically it's in reverse is ego and identity issues, insecure, need validation, suspicious, impulsive, verbal, weapon, when angry, feels lonely, fear of failure. So this card right here in the verse exposes the impulsiveness of these of what's happening to these girls. They don't have nothing better to do, and actually, even though their adrenaline be rushing, is still a form of them doing things out of boredom, because boredom, and basically they look at it as a activity for them. Yeah, they be on their high horse of an ego, because it's like they be rushing and racing out of their egotistical mentality and their evil agenda. They are very, this came out in one of my other regions. So basically, yeah, it's very suspicious to see, for some people, yeah, she was very suspicious. Some of the females be suspicious as far as what be going on. But they are very impulsive, and they can use their words as a weapon, because they be so enraged to kill Black people. It just be so pathetic. Okay, the second card that popped up in the upright is the 3 South Cataclysm card. Yeah. Zeus, Mercury, Thoth, Pan, Ghost, God and Goddess, rock bottom. This is where we at now. On the smart circle, we are at rock bottom, which is the hellish half. We have a whole lot of Christians be talking about, you going to hell, you going to hell. Based off the smart circle, space, matter, and time, the bottom lower half is the hellish half. We in hell right now dealing with what we are dealing with. But yep, hell is perfection, and they really trying to perfect their hellish ways. They trying to go back to the 50s and the 60s. And my thing is, things is not working all the way that they want to, but for the most part, they getting away with the lynchings. And it's men right now in Mississippi that's arming themselves, and they call their Operation No Way, because they tired of the races in Mississippi killing off their people. and their family members and the rest of basically the community. They community oriented. South Pole insects, underworlds of the universes, water, gases, ethers, negative in space. Yeah, because when they be doing these kidnappings, some of these kidnappings end in raping these girls, unaliving them, and then disposing their body. Waters, gases, ethers. A lot of their bodies is found in water. Gases, ethers, negative in space, matter, and time, homosexuality, capitalism, religion, peaking in negativity and failing cults. And as far as the homosexuality part, yeah, you have these transgenders. There's also disrespecting these male homosexuals. They disrespecting Black women, these Caucasian homosexuals. They disrespecting Black women. You have the transgendered ones trying to replace women in general. They fighting them and all type of stuff. Yeah, capitalism, religion peaking in negativity and failing, cults, war and Armageddon everywhere. And that's exactly what we are going through. We are in the battle between good and evil. These Caucasians, these racist Caucasians, they really want a race war. And it's just, well, what's happening, it has to happen in order for us to get to where we need to be on the SMAT circle. And right now, on that SMAT circle, space, matter, and time, there are cycles and seasons for things to happen and for things not to happen. But everything is happening the way it's supposed to be. And mainly the spell is lifting slowly but surely. People starting to see what they are starting to see what they need to separate from. And what that is religion. Because religion is a spell. It is a Caucasian tool to manipulate and control everybody on the planet, mainly the Black race. Aliens, close of evolution in 2025, our current card. Yeah, because all I'm seeing now on social media, you got this YouTube content creator that's doing videos on aliens and so forth. And so there you have that. In the reverse, we have the Boonoo and Boonoo card. Okay, I'm gonna read this. These God and Goddess are creators of all bones and bone marrow of the Ethiopian race, and the Ethiopian African race, and they are godparents of ancient Lake Victoria. This is another life and movement card that provides strength, foundation, and facilitates movement of the whole. This card brings in creative, growing energy. The appearance of this card shows the importance of maintaining a constant production of tools to keep balancement. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get clarification. I like to get clarification on the Boonoo card in reverse. Ooh, okay. Okay. So the card that popped out, in the in the upright is the Mary Mercury card. Messages, communication, reason, mathematics, education, writing, publishing, predictions, prophecies, teaching, merchandise, business, commerce, trading, messenger of the orb gods, deceit, travel, news, printing, smart, intelligence, profanity, clumsiness. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna need clarification on the Mary Mercury card in upright. Okay, in the upright, we have the universe rib cage card, ground, earth power, vacuum, space and darkness, powers, protection, expansion, and protect soft and vital parts of the being's life, mentally, spiritually, physically, economically, and morally. So therefore you have these women are not being protected. Yeah, they're supposed to be protected, but it's the opposite. They not. Yeah, they not protected. Okay. So the last card that come out in the reverse is the Zunu and the Zuna card in reverse. This is the brand new god and goddess. They are responsible for all bone and bone marrow in mankind, mammals, reptiles, etc. This card works similarly to its counter card in favor of those created by them. This energy causes adaptation to all environments that are harsh and beast-like, such as businesses, spirituality, military, political, and other things created by man. This card is environmental, earth-friendly, in the upright. So being that came in the reverse, go get a Get a little bit more reading on it. Okay, we have the Boonoo and Boonoo card in its upright stance for the positive world of mankind that is helpful to persons, places, and things. This covers medicines, technologies, sciences of all kinds. This is a support energy of major strength and progress with swift reflexes. Of course, in the reverse, everything reverts back to its animal nature and all hell breaks loose, animal style, as we seen today before February 5th, 1962, February 5th, 2025. So there you have it. Yeah, these Europeans is reverting back to their barbarism. Way deep down in their barbarism ways. So yeah, all these Caucasians are part of the lynchings of Black people. And just like it was showing that they're not protected. And we are in the hellish half. So all this hellish behavior is going to expand until it comes to a halt. And then, yeah. Yeah, they really do have ego issues. They're insecure. They're very impulsive, and the things they do would make anyone suspicious about them. They are very suspicious beings. Why? Because they sneaky when they doing stuff, hoping that you don't pick up on it. But reasonability is what we need and need to come back into to see all this of what's going on. All right, hold on. Let me do this right quick. Let me do this. I'm gonna check on this Boonoo card in reverse. The next card is the Boonoo card, a life card that burns with liquid fire from within the bone, which supports the physical world of the Ethiopian African race. This is a restoration and replenishing card that rebuilds persons, places, things mentally, spiritually, and economically. This card has resurrection and resuscitation powers. Okay, being that it's in the reverses, there is a breakdown and the presence of poisoning and the inability to rebuild, including infection, mentally, spiritually, physically. Remember this well. So, yeah, so that's what they're doing. They're breaking down the black race. They're breaking down the black race. And the process of poisoning and the inability to rebuild, including infection. Yeah, so that goes back to what they're trying to stop. They're trying to stop the spirituality, the economics, all that, because they know it's coming. So they trying to revert back to their animalistic ways to get rid of those people that's becoming more successful than them. Why? Because they thought they was going to be able to stay in power forever under their racism and under their capitalistic God. Yeah. So it's just yeah, it's just very helpful. But if you're reading the PDFs, it will get you more the books that's on the websites that I be placing in the subscription box. If you're going over the information, I know you are seeing what's really going on out here, as well as what's helping you to make the right decisions. That's my reading. True Peace. I am QueeRaOpoo NoopooH. Thanks for stopping through, checking out the video. Please comment, subscribe, share, and comment. True Peace, kins and friends.